Stiller is a racist. Ben Stiller is a racist guy. And a homophobe. And we're gonna watch his movies. Gonna make this racist cry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ben Stiller is a Racist podcast. I'm your host, Braden, and joining me today is Carter Bolts.
Bailey Roar.
Alex, Sans Retard Torres. Yeah.
That's not
just-
even your middle name, dude.
I swear to you, I'll show you my birth certificate, and it says Sans Retard Torres.
He's from Kenya.
That is weird. That's
so weird.
That's so zany. Like Obama?
Weird.
He's from Kenya.
And zany.
Okay, shut up.
My name's
Okay.
Rhiannon.
McLean.
Or Meg. Or D.
McLean.
I'm Raiden.
I'm Sleepy Night Host.
That's what
I'm the queen.
I prefer you call me Sleepy Night
His
Host the rest of the show.
His painter.
Everyone who's real knows Sleepy Night Host.
Everyone who's in the lingo,
In the lore.
down zone.
Yeah,
In the lore.
in the cool guy basement dude, we all know who's Sleepy.
We can see you.
You forgot.
Alright,
I'm the
to the point of the podcast. To get down to the
brass
nitty
tacks.
gritty, the brass tacks,
my intro?
to get down to the baseline interaction. We were talking about the movie Dodgeball today with Ben Stiller.
It's racist.
I'm convinced that this movie is very
blatantly racist.
segregation, like pro-segregation, is what I'm trying to say.
Dodgeball is a very, very well-known movie. I would say I think everyone's seen Dodgeball on Comedy Central at like 2 a.m. when your parents are asleep and.
Well, this is my first time
Except for
seeing
Raiden, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't masturbate.
it. Well, shit.
The movie opens up with a commercial, and it's just filled with white people.
Oh yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah,
It's no black people.
to tie into the last movie, like this one, the last one was more like interpretive, you know? It was very like interpretive racism, but this one was more blatant. This one
Oh,
was more
yeah.
straightforward, and it's also
It's really
important.
funny.
It's important to note that it was written by Ben Stiller himself
And
to
produced.
to the point.
And produced.
And produced.
Well, Ben,
And
this
starring.
is Ben
Exact
Stiller's
vision.
This is his
This
vision.
is his subconscious fully leaking out into the media.
Yes, his
This is showing
racist
us.
inner self. There's a little man inside of Ben Stiller controlling his racist vessel,
begging to come out.
just begging to support Black Lives Matter.
Well, let's talk about what he named himself.
oh
yes.
Well, let's have
Goodman?
someone explain the movie.
Yeah,
Let's
Hey,
just general plot overview.
I'm
nothing
gonna
in
hand
detail.
that torch to Sleepy Night Host Painting.
because he's seen the
He's a
movie
fan.
1,001
Oh
times.
my God.
He's got the soothing voice to guide us through this
Oh
plot.
my
Ben Stiller
God.
advocate over here.
Ben Stiller advocate here. He has no negative bias.
Pro
towards
Ben Stiller.
I
Ben
am.
Stiller.
We're here to shift his,
I cry at Walter Mitty.
his mind.
The book, not even the movie.
Ben,
like whenever I think
if
of
you
Ben. So Dodgeball is a 2009 comedy movie by Benjamin Stiller.
I think it's 2000.
I think it's
It has to be
2009.
2007 or something. Obama wasn't president.
2004. Oh my god, dude!
Dude,
All right, let me explain Dodgeball. It is
Yeah.
terrible.
Whoa.
You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah,
bud.
go for it.
All right, so this is my first time seeing Dodgeball. It's fresh in my mind. This guy's got preemptive opinions here.
He's sleepy.
This is what happened. So in 2004, we have the picture perfect gym. It opens up on this really weird commercial of a bunch of white people walking through a dystopian gym where everyone's already fit, white, as I mentioned, wearing white clothing, and then you see Ben Stiller on the screen, who owns the gym, and his first line is, "I'm White Goodman." I don't feel like I need to explain that. And
Good
then
white man.
and then it shows how awesome his gym is and how much of a douchebag his character is. Because the only colored person in this gym is his black servant. What is it? Michelle?
Michelle.
Yeah,
Snap
Snap
Michelle.
of his fingers, he's there.
Yeah, literal snap
like a-
of his
yeah.
fingers.
Well
And he's
trained dog.
instantly there.
Yeah,
and
and
he's pissed. He looks like a
Yeah,
pit bull.
he's always making a face like he's an animal.
Did you just compare that black person?
There
to
was
a dog?
also
No,
I don't know
compared
if
his
you guys-
Stiller did.
facial
Ben Stiller
emotions.
did.
Ben Stiller directed him to look like an animal
I was definitely kidding.
throughout this film.
the very first scene that you meet Michelle, the one titular black character in the entire film, besides the one that looks like Ty Lue on the good guy team, he is helping him squat, in a very like I support cuckold way for Ben Stiller.
Very sexual, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
very
better.
out of place joke too, because there's
Yes.
there's no other jokes like that in the film. It brings me back to Mystery Men because they had the one where they're like, let's all be good automaton drones and do exactly what we see on the news or whatever, or listen to everything we hear on TV.
Yeah,
It's just completely out of place.
dude. Okay, I hate to go off
Sorry.
on a different movie, but I hate when movies do that. And have you seen Detective Pikachu yet?
No.
Oh,
I have.
There's
Let's
one.
spoil Detective Pikachu.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
going to
saw that
spoil
actually,
it,
yeah.
but there's one scene in it where crazy shit is happening, and it's obviously Pokemon, right? Like, oh shit, Pokemon movie and crazy shit's happening. I wonder what the cause is. And then the main character, deadass, looks right at the camera because that's just where he's looking because they're running. He looks right at the camera and is like, "Wow, how can you not believe in climate change? Haha." And then it's a new scene. Do you remember that scene?
Yes,
don't
I do.
remember it at
I was
do,
asleep.
yeah, that's it.
I fell asleep during Detective Pikachu, so...
No, he actually, right out of Detective Pikachu, very tongue-in-cheek. I wouldn't have caught that one were I a layman. It really got me there.
All right.
When
But-
slides right under the radar if you're not looking for
Getting
it.
back to Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There is a comparison in gyms where we meet the average Joe Jim, and this is like your average American. So there are fat people, there are colored people who, in Ben Stiller's eyes, are not perfect. They're just average people because they're not perfect. They're not beautiful.
They're
It's
not, they're not
the
part
color-
of his utopia.
It's and it's
The
more
color-
of an accurate depiction of a gym. Like, because there's people who are bigger trying to lose weight.
But there's
The-
also
well, the
like
colored people
couches
there were
and
all,
like
like-
beer.
Yeah, so that
In shape.
part's not like
Like they would have fit in perfectly with the other gym. The only thing was that they were colored. Like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
colored people in that
Yeah,
gym are like
yeah.
super
The black
fit.
guy
That's
for
true.
Average Joe was in good shape.
Anyone
Like, he
remember-
would have fit in fine.
Yeah.
yeah. You remember?
I didn't even notice that.
Does anyone remember Vincent Vaughn's character's name?
Vincent Peter LaFleur.
Peter
Peter
LaFleur.
LaFleur. Yes.
I remember it was LaFleur.
Yeah.
Such a bit name.
It's a cool as fucking
Yeah,
no.
it's such a fake name.
I was like,
Ben Stiller
I was
was
gonna
just
say that like
drunk.
Carter doing a funny voice.
Well, he has a whole thing about speaking other languages. Like, he sloppily speaks Spanish in a scene. And then there's another, like, kind of by the end, he goes, creme de la creme to LaFleur.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And then he says something along the lines of, it means you're going down or something like that.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, right?
like creme.
Yeah, but... So he's just really bad at languages.
Just
Is
likes
what.
appropriate
He's xenophobic. He just doesn't get that
Yeah,
other
well-
languages
Oh,
work.
like when he brought in the buff Russian lady.
That's later in the movie.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
So
explain
not
the
there
next
yet.
scene.
Sorry,
You
sorry.
explain the next scene.
We need order.
Oh, are we
Harley.
doing this scene by scene? I'm gonna
we
kill
are
myself.
not
Okay.
doing this scene by scene.
So
Here, my veto. Do we have vetoes? Because I'm using it.
token hot lady, right?
Oh, yes.
That's all you got to say.
Oh.
Every mid 2000s movie has a token hot lady.
Yes.
And I admit, dude, the lady in this
Every
movie is hot. You've heard it here.
Like me in this podcast.
Gotta give it to her. She did the part.
She does have jeans. She has no character, but she does wear a BDSM outfit once, and I think that's the whole point of her character.
and she's bisexual. But
Yeah,
we'll get
and-
to that.
Oh,
That's
you
what
like
she reaches.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So she is.
She's literally the average Joe, like perfect woman.
She's a
Down for threesomes?
What?
She's a.
beer?
Okay,
I've never asked you.
Hold
but
up,
if
hold
you're
up,
down-
hold up. Let's
That's such
keep
a-
explaining the parts.
That
Oh,
is
and
such-
she loves the unicorns.
Yeah,
She's like a unicorn.
Because
Because she doesn't exist.
Let's not interrupt.
And
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
average Joe's. It's the average Joe's like
That's actually a
ideal
really good
woman.
point, though. Oh my god.
It just doesn't exist in
Okay.
reality.
She's also weirdly okay with sexual harassment from both sides. Like she just puts up with it. Like
I don't know, she
so
slammed Ben
she was
Stiller's
not
face on a
okay
wall.
with it.
Yeah,
From,
she slammed Ben.
Well, that's because Ben
as the
Stiller tried
woman
to
in the
grab.
room. Okay. No, but when White Goodman's doing it to her, she's like a little
Hey,
grossed
if I
out.
start the shotgun, can you do it?
But Vince Vaughn's character, Peter, is like he does it to her too in her house. Like he bursts into her house uninvited.
And like offers a
And
full body massage.
Offers a full body massage, literally the similar dialogue to the way White treats her,
But
but
he did
she's
it
good
out of
with it.
paper.
Yeah,
Nice
Because she
guy,
doesn't
okay,
exist.
that's-
She's a nice guy.
Ben Stiller's
she doesn't
mindset.
exist.
So
No
if you're-
woman's
if
okay
you're
with
a nice
sexual
guy, you
harassment.
can
I can go
sexually
on
harass
record
people.
saying that. I think.
Just
As
like,
long as you have good intentions.
just like the
If
last
you're a good
movie.
man,
Yeah,
Grab
just
him
like,
by the
Grab all
pussy.
you want.
just like the last
Do all the
movie.
sexual
Shut
harassment.
up.
GOP.
It's about racism, not your weird political views.
Grabbing on pussy.
Well, it seems
a
to be
weird
the Ben
political
Stiller
view.
signature so far to have
Such
the
a weird
protagonist and the antagonist just be the same people.
Yeah.
At least have the
'cause-
same like giant faults.
Well, you see, the thing is,
It's like
a really
working
hard
out.
part about creating movies is creating characters. So Ben Stiller doesn't do it.
Yeah, he just doesn't bother.
Yeah, he's like, he sits in his room.
He also
at
He's
night.
like, recycle. Okay, so
am I?
we have these
Sits in his room, who
Asian
am I?
characters, right? We have this Asian team, and they're like, okay, what do you want them to be like? Like what?
Kamikaze niggas.
Asian.
They want
they're
they have to wear
gonna be
sumo
Asian.
diapers. They have to wear the sumo diapers. They have to
I
have
can't.
Asian shit
Bro.
tattooed on them. They have
You
to
know,
have
like
big
Karate
stupid
Kid
buns.
with the headband and Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I want all of them to wear that one.
Oh
And
yeah.
they do like,
All the
all
side
That's
characters.
actually just I've done some research. It's just a sushi headband.
yeah.
That's not the one from Karate Kid. That's the sushi headband. That's like
You know what's
go-
funny?
Raiden's
Is
just
he
defending his
recycles
use of the
a lot of
sushi
characters
headband.
in movies.
real life Japanese
Yeah.
Japaneses.
Like,
Japanese.
we'll get into that part, but like he definitely does it. Like he's just lazy. He's just a lazy.
Yeah.
Real life ocean niggas.
All the side characters he doesn't even write.
Anyway.
And then he tries to make some like meaning to it.
Like,
He tries to make some grand like metaphor
Yeah.
about it and just like lazily slops it together.
Everything is okay. Yeah. Okay, so we need to get this shit.
Back on the plot. We
Yeah.
just met Average Joe and
so-
Token Hot Lady.
Yeah. So
don't wanna do this
the reason
Not
that
scene by scene. Yeah.
blah 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 blah, dude. What the fuck ever. The reason that there's a love interest, the whole reason for it is because she's a banker, dude. She's rich, whatever. She comes to the gym.
She's got that shmoney.
She does
like
have
candy.
money, and he comes to her
Because
house,
she doesn't exist.
threatens to unconsensually rape her, and then he punches Ben Stiller in the face on her front lawn, and then invites himself in.
Hey man, nobody makes
cookies?
Nobody makes me
smell
bleed my own
cookies.
blood.
And then he just walks in.
Well, let's also keep in mind that this is a Ben Stiller written movie. So
Yes.
like
That's how Ben Stiller is. He just
that's
smells
how
cookies
he
at
thinks.
someone's house,
That's how he
goes
thinks.
in.
Oh, yeah.
That's his go-to.
Oh, yeah,
That's his
yeah.
go-to line.
I smell cookies.
We figured
Hey, I
out
can give you a full body
that this
massage.
is how he views the world. It's not like he's making this up. Like Ben Stiller doesn't know any of
He's
this.
a lazy writer.
He thinks that this is how the world is. So
just-
you
he
can
just
smell
writes-
cookies and walk into a room, and that's fine. Like
I'm rich. I'm Ben
He's
Stiller.
just a kid.
Literally
disconnected. Yeah.
That's why he's racist.
He's like, yeah,
I think we said
there's
that
gonna be a
last
gym where everyone's hot, and that's how the world is.
We got this
Damn.
gym with guys that look buff.
Dodgeball was written in Crayola. Like
The entire script had to be transcribed from Ben Stiller's Crayola drawing that he crumbled up into his Star Wars lunchbox and shipped out to
And they're all covered in swastikas
It's not even written down at all.
yeah,
on every page.
it's a Star Wars lunchbox.
He's got a swastika stick.
It's a Star Wars lunchbox, but he only roots for the Empire. Like
Yeah.
nothing else.
He like scribbled out Luke Skywalker's
His favorite
face.
character.
I don't like him.
Yeah, he's like Boba Fett and Darth Vader love those guys.
Dude, if Ben Stiller was in our generation, he would dye his hair green and be the Joker.
He would think he's the Joker.
He would be looking for his Harley Quinn.
He would buy like a $300 leather jacket and just never
He'd
take
post
it off.
pictures.
Where's my gamer girlfriend? That's kind of what this whole thing's about. Is they're like, I want, like, both of the main characters have the same motivation. It's like money, and then that one hot girl that also has money. So it's all like, oh, I'm doing this for money, but also we both openly want to have sex with this girl, and that's why we're rivals.
The only difference
He'd
is
post
that
pictures where like half of his face is like reverse colored, and he's like, "Don't bring out my dark
Yeah.
side."
you share like
You
this
bully
Grim
me in
Reaper.
real life, but
I mean, I didn't think
In the gamer world, you're just
go
a
on
boss
Facebook.
fly. You go on Facebook and like all of those pages that are like 18 plus only.
he shares the share for 5 years of good luck.
he sends you the text threads like send to 12 other people or you die tonight.
Or this creepy lady.
His favorite band,
sleeps in your
Skrillex.
band.
His favorite thing.
Wouldn't it be funny if we kissed haha?
And Halo.
I
Wouldn't it be funny if we had brutal
Runs
sex?
Casper.
bed. Wouldn't it be funny if I barged into your house because I smelled cookies?
Dude, did they
He slides
ever
up on the
confirm that
anonymous
she was
apps
cooking
and like
cookies?
says,
No.
"Gross,
No,
He has a
sex
kick account, you know.
She had to make them drinks. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing
yeah.
cooking at all.
There was no.
Yeah, she had to
bacon.
cook up some fresh drinks.
Oh, so he made that up. Yeah, he made the cookies up. There no cookies were eaten in the whole film.
But
I didn't think about that. I feel like
Hashtag
both
where's the
characters could have
cookie? Ben Stiller.
Where's the
Ben Stiller.
cookie?
both
Ben
White
Stiller.
and Peter
cookie?
could have worked together
That's
had
what
it
we'll call
not been
this
for the
episode.
girl.
Where's
If the girl
cookie?
wasn't
Ben
there, they
Stiller.
probably could have worked together. They both wanted monetary gain and to
Yeah,
have a gym.
they literally
like that
both
was it.
agree at the end of the movie. They're both like, well, not like at the end of the movie, like at the rising action climax of this Ben Stiller masterpiece.
The denouement.
They agree. They're like, yeah, just give me the fucking money, and then he gives him the money, and then all their problems are gone, and then he gets more money because he betrays him.